Talk amongst yourselves during the countdown. It's all good.
Ridiculous.
It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined this week by John, Ian, and Paul. Comes in off the bench after Owen suffered the funny turn in training. On this week's show, we'll be talking away days, overrated players, underrated players, goalies, the new ground, old neighbours, one-hit wonders, dream bands, third kit album covers, and more. Before all that, if you're listening on YouTube, please do give us a like and subscribe. And if you've not joined the Patreon yet, it's less than the price of a pint every month, and you'll get all the podcasts advert free on there. If you fancy doing that, head on over to patreon.com/theblueroom. And also a quick apology, because we missed out 3 questions on our pre-season preview, and I've lost them. So we'll try and get them in next week. So there we go. Anyway, let's go. We'll start off with a question from the benched Owen Parks, who has said, a couple of games in, are you enjoying this season more than the last one? For me, last season was a parody. I'm enjoying it, I think, more because we've actually won a game in August, which is always nice. Ian, what about yourself?
Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Just the experience of the new stadium. Obviously, we went to the Roma game, and that was the first time. But when I went to the first game against Brighton, it was like I've been there loads of times. It just seemed natural, just getting in, finding your seat, then obviously meeting you for the first time, and Dave, and but even the way we started playing as well, we scored goals.
Yeah,
I mean we've taken chances. I know we've missed a couple as well, but we look like a team, and I mean with the likes of Grealish in the side as well, and then Dibblin coming in now. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Wish I was going on Saturday. We should go play at home every week.
I know it is like that, isn't it? It's like the sort of the next game's coming around, and you think, I wish it was a little bit sooner. Paul, about yourself?
Yeah, same as Ian, really. I think it's obviously a bit slow the other night. I wasn't even meant to be going because my son works nights, and I just thought, well, there's no point in going without him. And then my cousin's wife and daughter didn't want to go. So from upper southwest down to the front row of the family enclosure, it was absolutely weird. And it took me like 20 minutes to get me bearings of watching the match because you can't see sort of even to the halfway line. It's weird, absolutely strange. But seeing the players close up again, I would becoming a fanboy all over again, like 30 years ago. And Grealish's calves were getting in the way of the game, to be honest. So I couldn't see much action, what was going on. But yeah, it's I still can't believe. So I didn't go to the Roma game, and my brother went instead of me. I went with Tom, and he said it was like a day out, and it makes me, I'm amazed that we're going to be there every week. It's like playing at Wembley, and it really is, I think. And but at least one thing that does feel like Everton is the organisation. So yeah, sorry, Everton, but that was absolutely atrocious the other night. Nobody knew what cues you were going.
15-minute delay, was it?
Yeah. But it was just, we were queuing up to go into one, like bottom left corner of the north stand and the west. And then we got like about 15 people in the front, and he went, this is for 2. What do you mean? It's got a big massive 1 there. No. 2 is going into the right of 1, and 1's going into what? So we had to walk all like about a quarter of the way down the north stand to come back again and wait another 20 minutes. But it wouldn't be without that, would it?
One thing about the delay was that my dad and the kids were able to invoke the spirit of the park and get off early because they had to catch the ferry. So that was good. I quite liked that for them. John, feels to me like the Leeds game came a week early because it's been sound since then, hasn't it?
Yeah, Leeds was a pre-season game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind losing friendlies. So yeah, it's a strange. I mean, I went to the game on Sunday, and it was like going to, as Paul said, it's like going to Wembley a little bit. It was like an old semi-final a day out. It didn't feel like our stadium in the build-up. But once we got in there, it felt like home. It just, seeing all the old faces that I haven't seen for years. I was not sitting too far from Liam, who comes from the Good Times podcast. It's seeing people it felt like home, and that this renewed sense of optimism is great, and I'm enjoying it while it lasts because I'm an Evertonian, and I am always aware that there's always a kick in the bollocks around the corner. So I am waiting for that. So yeah, I mean the derby's 3 weeks away.
Oh God, is it? Oh, it is.
20th of September, yeah. So
Stop it.
It's definitely to look forward to then, isn't it?
Yeah. So but at the moment, I'm riding that crest of a wave, and yeah,
I think that was
it's positive for a change.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. The fact that it did just sort of feel like home straight away. Because I thought, I've been saying on loads of podcasts that we've done about it, just saying like I'm worried about the atmosphere and stuff like that, because that can take time to build up. But it was just that good.
Yeah.
No, go on, mate.
Just saying about and it's August, like you said. My feelings on Everton in August. I've actually gone probably a bit too far into it, haven't I? Down the rabbit hole. So it's nice to actually get a win in August and have that stain that the last manager to win an August game for Everton was he who shall not be named.
Oh God,
the atmosphere was electric, though, Les. The atmosphere was electric. Once Edgar started, and then obviously they give us the pyro, and that was like, bloody hell, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, it was so loud. If anyone doesn't know what John's referring to, by the way, about the August thing, there, obviously this is the first time Everton won in August since he who shall not be named was our manager. And John's written a cracking article on it on the Blue Room EFC.co.uk. So check that out. Onto a little stadium moan next. From Toto Moto. I'm just trying to find a question on here because he says more. Should there be more Everton signage outside of the new stadium? And can we get the council to move the sewage plant from behind the north stand? Or is it an accidental advantage as it might make the away supporters gag stroke Ralph? What I found funny about the sewage plant was where we're sat in the south stand. If you look out to the north stand and it's got that window, you can just see the top of the sewage plant. It's quite a view. It's lovely. So signage outside the ground. My big bugbear is that it doesn't say Everton anywhere apart from on the badges. It's Hill Dickinson everywhere, and I think it should have Everton. Like on the original designs, on that window, maybe in the north stand, it should have Everton. That's my only gripe. Paul, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I never even thought about that, to be honest, because just like seeing them like going on the train to work every morning, going past, and I was seeing, oh, hang on, they're putting Hill Dickinson Stadium up on the east stand, and then it was on the south, and obviously that was like, hang on, we're playing this week. Why have they left it this late? Or I didn't even realize they were going to put it up. But yeah, I didn't even think about the actual Everton. I don't know. I mean, I think it looks all right as it is, but I probably haven't seen what it could look like, other than, as you say, the artist impressions. But I don't know, I'm quite happy with how it is. It's the same guy who designs the stadium of the NFL team that I've supported for years, so the Colts, and it looks exactly the same. Well, not but it's got the brickwork underneath and then, above. But we were saying the other day, and I don't know how true this is, but someone asked him that the north stand was that from the back of a Porsche, and apparently he's got one, and it's silver, and it's exactly the same, and it's got like EFC DM or something on it, on his number plate. I don't know if that's true. It might be because I'm winding me up, but
I hope so, because I don't really want the back of the ground looking like the back of a Porsche. It's a bit like, not quite into that, to be honest. John, any thoughts on the branding on the new ground or the Everton badges?
Just same as Paul, really. I'd like, we've got the badges, we've got the Hill Dickinson, and I don't know. I think it'd make it look tacky. It would look out of place on the building. It's a building that looks, and I'm not just saying it because it's us, but it's a classy looking stadium. It's not your Pride Park, it's not your Riverside stadiums, and there's also this, less is more. We could. They had to do it to Goodison because Goodison was falling to bits, and we had to hide the brickwork that was falling. And so
steel on the main stand.
That was rusting. Yeah, so we, you understand that, but I always felt those big things that they had on the Bullens Road and on the main stand looked really tacky. So I like this, that it's just, it is what it is. It's plain and simple, and it's classy. So
that's a fair shout. Ian, any thoughts?
If they were going to do anything, I think you could have put something on the main sign where it says Hill Dickinson Stadium. You could have put Home of Everton or something like that on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think certainly on the Riverside it should have more something that says Everton. I think. I mean, I've been a bit of a pain in the arse about this because, like, I just think from a branding perspective, just to be a marketing knob for a minute, I do think the club should have its brand name essentially in the stadium name, and also sort of on the most prominent bit of the stadium, which is the Riverside. But it's a minor gripe because, as we said, it's
that's Middlesbrough. You're getting confused with Middlesbrough. That's the Riverside.
Yeah, do you know what? That's why I wasn't there on Wednesday. Really, I wasn't in London.
To be honest with you, I've annoyed myself there because I'm a purist, and it'll always be the Cellnet Stadium for me, the Riverside.
Yeah,
Riverside Cellnet.
Ravenelli, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking more Robbie Mustoe. I'm not that flash.
Wow, Bill Stamp.
Steve Vickers.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, the golden age of the Prem there.
Yeah.
Right, moving away from the new ground then. As we're at Wolves this week, and it's got that weird away end on the side. What's been your favourite away end anywhere, Ian?
It's got to be the Stadium of Light. Got to be the Stadium of Light. FA Cup quarter-final replay.
Yeah.
We took 8,000 there, and obviously it didn't take me very long living local, and we got there, and if I remember rightly, there'd been some confusion from the side getting from the team getting from a hotel in Sunderland. The police had stopped them, so my mate Matthew, his young son, was just literally wanted to watch the coach coming in. So I think it was a quarter-8 kickoff, and it was like 7:15, and Moyes got off the bus, and you could see his face was fury, like, and that was something to do with the police not letting the team out the hotel for the escort to get into the ground. So I think Moyes has obviously said something had happened, like, before the game, right? They've done this, let's get into them, sort of thing.
Into these.
But yeah, Sunderland definitely, especially where we were, just to the left of the post, where now we up the upper height where the Newcastle fans put us as well. But yeah, Sunderland for me, definitely.
Yeah, Liam agrees with that. Liam Goodtime said Sunderland away, as previously said on Mailbag for one hot topic. And Gary said in terms of utter madness, Sunderland away in the FA Cup. John?
I've got two really. One's really quite low key. It's Blackburn away in 2002 when we won 1-0 when Kevin Campbell scored. But that's for personal reasons. It was my brother's first away game when he was a kid, because I'm quite a bit older than him. But for emotional kind of things, it was Middlesbrough away in 2006 when we won 1-0 with McFadden's chip.
Because Robbie Mustoe was there?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. I was sat next to him.
Sorry, go on.
No, when just after Brian LeBone had died.
Oh, yeah.
And for most of the game, they were offered a no threat. That was the 05-06 season. We weren't really firing on all cylinders, but we won 1-0, and it was just the away end singing LeBone for about the last 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was quite a nice little thing as well. So
yeah, love it. Paul?
Oh, it sounds boring, but United for the Oviedo game.
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't in the away end, but the away one was absolutely banked, and I was in the prawn sandwich hospitality. But the away end was amazing, and now we can at least say that when United was Everton fans were singing to United, stuck with Moyes, and now we've got him back again.
Yeah,
that was a great song, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's a different David Moyes, though.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I'm justifying it. It's a different David Moyes.
West Ham changed him in a good way, weirdly, which, you know, you can't say that often about West Ham. They changed anyone in a good way.
Well, physically, they turned him into Pellegrini, didn't he? He's starting to look more and more like Pellegrini with that kind of 80s mullet coming in. And wavy. He looks more like John Pertwee now than ever.
We don't want to say the chinos, though. No Sue Jackman chinos.
And no cardigan and champagne.
Yeah.
I was going to say Pellegrini's always remind me of one of the Terrorhawks, or who's the woman off EastEnders?
Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley. Yeah.
Pellegrini's Nick O'Teen off the Superman. Remember the
Nick O'Teen, yeah.
Cool, yeah, I remember.
Nick O'Teen.
Anyone below the age of 30 watching this will have no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, between that and the Cellnet Stadium, we're really appealing to the kids tonight.
Yeah, of course.
I think for me, probably Leicester away when Mikalenko scored. It was an unreal away end and just so unexpected. It was class. Some more in here. Gary said for a standard away, he actually likes Wolves with us on the side. I know loads dislike it, but he thinks it's sound. Alan, March 1968, Leicester v Everton, FA Cup quarter-final, 3-1 to Everton. God, that sounds like a great memory. Should have won it that year as well.
I still don't like Jeff Astle.
Oh, shame.
And I wasn't born.
The ball went off as soon as he came on.
68. I'll just give a quick shout for Tom because his favourite away game, he's only been, I think it's 8 or 9 now. He only started going last year, didn't he? He said Ipswich away last year was brilliant because of the where they were before the game and the pub right across from the stadium that they stayed in. And him and one of our mates, Rory, who gets the tickets basically. And it was they stayed for an extra drink behind after the game to wait for the next train. But Tom was up, I think, at 7:30 in the morning, and he'd only got in from work at 6:05 or something in the morning, and then he got home at 10 past midnight. So he done quite well there.
At least he won as well. I actually shared my worst away with Tom, didn't I? Chelsea 6-0.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. And then that is his worst because obviously you know what happened there. His phone went off, so we had to phone on yours, and you left him. Not left him, but you went different ways, didn't you? And then he left his phone, even though it was dead, the battery. Got off it because he fell asleep. He had to walk home from County Road, and he lives in Garston with no phone.
Yeah, he had a shocker. Do you know what? His night was much worse than mine. Toffee, speaking of Chelsea, Toffee Nose says only actual way I've done is Chelsea. Went to Harsh scored to make it 3-3. In a way, every home game is an away trip for him. It is because he comes over from Ireland, and I haven't seen him at the pub yet. So hopefully Villa will catch up. And Step Sheen said West Ham away with Sahar scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. And at the Tim Mine, when we drew 2-2, when Beckford scored, and he ended up 5 rows in front.
I forgot to mention the 2-1 at Anfield with Kanchelskis.
Oh, that was going about to.
I was in the cop.
Wow.
So just
didn't he score first minute as well? It was offside.
Yeah. I mean, it was it was Rush, wasn't it? Fowler shot, Rush scored.
Fowler shot, Rush scored. That's right. Yeah.
But Rush, he would have been onside if it wasn't for his nose. Sorry, cheap dig.
It's fine.
I do have to mention, Ian Rush is genuinely one of the nicest fellas you'll meet.
See, this is information we don't need, isn't it?
I know. I interviewed him a couple of times, and I did a piece for the Blackwatch about Neville Southall. We did a special issue, commemorative issue about Big Nev, and I interviewed him to do a little introduction, and he was honestly just so whenever I have a dig at him, I feel bad. But he did ruin my childhood. So
exactly.
The amount of times he made me cry as a child.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't feel that bad, really.
I'll save this now then for you, John, and make you feel better about it. I heard that he once walked into a wall with a hard on and still broke his nose.
Smoke a ciggy in the shower without it getting put out.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on. Gary, so I got the question up for this one. Sorry. Right, so Gary saying, should he feel bad that his little girl who's just got a fair season ticket and went to a few at Goodison, but during the game midweek, when his wife was explaining the fixtures to her, she asked if she can go the Wolves game with him. Has he ruined the life already? Gary, yes, you have, but you just got to lean into it, mate. It's done. It's better than the alternative. So in a way, you've ruined it, but in a way, you've made it the best thing ever because it's your thing. Paul, do you agree?
Well, I done that to Tom, didn't I? So his family were trying to turn him into a Liverpool fan. I was thinking, who's going to take him the game? No one. I'm going to go the game. So I don't want to go the game without him. So I got him, his birthday's in August. So I got him a season ticket. What's this, 11 years ago? And I remember his mum saying, why did you get... Not thanks. So that's a nice present and you can go with the game with that. Why did you get him that? You know he doesn't like Everton. No, I think you'll find he supports Everton and your family have tried to change him. Although, to be fair, his mum has always been... If she's not a massive fan of football, clearly that's why she does favour Everton. But that was my point, was to not make him an Evertonian, but I wanted to take him the game. And now he's more bitter than I am.
Good stuff.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I'm not taking any credit at all. I just, that was the initiation. That was all it was.
You took on the dark side and won.
Yeah,
nice.
But you laid the foundations down.
Yeah. Impressive. Most impressive.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Sorry, I knew who it was. I just being.
Have you seen Will off the in-between? This is going to be in the new Star Wars.
He is, yeah.
And everyone's asking, is he going to be Yoda? Which would be great if he was. Any thoughts on whether Gary's ruined his daughter's life, anyone? Because in a way he has, but
No, he hasn't. If you believe in the human soul, he saved it.
True, there is that.
She's gonna have character. She's gonna have moral fibre.
Yeah.
She's not going to develop 6 fingers and 6 toes, so she can jump on the bandwagon and hold on to it.
She won't be arrogant. She won't be deluded.
Yeah,
she'll be a realist,
and she won't back down from anything. She'll fight for everything as she gets older.
Unlike most of our players
in history. Maybe that's it. Maybe you should be just saying you're going to play for the team.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
That's the side of that. He's done the right thing because the alternative just doesn't bear thinking about. Next up, Liam. Who was the most overrated and the most underrated player you've seen in the blue shirt? So basically, players everyone loved but you didn't get it, and vice versa. Players no one loved but you did. John.
I'm going to really, really annoy about 90% of the Everton fan base here and say Duncan Ferguson.
I knew you were going to say that.
I did as well.
Yeah,
I could hear it in your voice.
Royal summed it up. He was a legend before he was a player. And, he's still our leading Premier League goal scorer, isn't he? But that's more by default. Sorry, after Lukaku, he's second, isn't he? He's but that's more by default than actually any quality. The man had a lot of talent, but he wasn't. This I don't know if it's true, but I heard that he came in to Finch Farm after the game where he was injured on a Monday and asked how we got on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Whereas we had players like Kevin Campbell who was playing on with like bits of his meniscus floating around his knee, whilst Duncan Ferguson sneezes and has 2 weeks off. So, and then you've got the ridiculous sending offs, and everyone goes, "Oh, we punched Freddie Bobic," so, "Oh, we punched Paul Sharner," so, there was a game against Charlton when he elbowed him, Radisson, in the face, and we were on course to go for the Champions League. That could have really derailed us. We lost the next game 5-2. I know he was the ghost of Duncan Ferguson then, but he never learned his lessons, and he doesn't even make my top 50 of all-time Everton players. He's below Petitio Pascucci for me.
Do you know what?
But above Crowdrup.
Just about. But if you listen, Duncan, I love you. Just in case.
Just get that in. Do you know what? I've never known a player get the reaction of he should never wear a blue shirt again so often. Because every sending off, there'll be people around you going, he should never wear a blue shirt again.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't quite say that, but I wasn't so upset when he went to Newcastle in November '98. More upset that we didn't have the cover, but I wasn't that bothered.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I can see why. Ian.
Well, I'm overrated.
And then we'll do underrated after that.
I'm going to go for Gylfi Sigurdsson. Am I allowed to mention his name, by the way? Or
unnamed player 31.
Yeah, redacted.
Yeah,
Just beep it.
Yeah, him. Just the amount of money that we paid for him and what he actually did. I mean, as we've said in the past, he couldn't run. And he left his free kicks in Swansea. He scored a few penalties. I mean, don't get us wrong, he scored some really good goals. But for me, £50 million back in the day, was it 5 or 6 years ago we signed him or something like that. And it's just like, nah, definitely not. Overrated for me. Like you say, he scored some, you want him to be scoring fantastic goals every game for £50 million. And
I think,
for me, he wasn't worth that anyway.
Yeah, he was definitely with a balmy transfer policy.
Yeah, well, we went into a bidding war with ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah. It was.
Insane.
We'll give you 45. Nope. Okay, tell you what, 46 until it was like 50. Yeah. Well played. Good. Was that Steve Walsh?
No. Oh, no. It might have been, actually.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Because
Walsh, yeah.
It was definitely Koeman who wanted him, though.
Yeah.
So I'm blaming Koeman.
Incredible bit of Everton in there. Paul?
Oh, me underrated.
No, we'll back in the
right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was doing like a Brian then. No, you've got to haggle 20 for that. You must be mad. Overrated. Oh God, I've said this so many times, but it's not that it's overrated and people think I hated him and I didn't. But what Mr. One Season Wonder under Ancelotti, Calvert-Lewin, because the thing is, the player that he should have been. Like if I had his stature, physical, attributes, I'd just be bullying people like Ferguson did. And the thing is that I think when Ferguson was on the coaching, the coaching side of things, and you could see like the efforts that he had trying to make Calvert-Lewin jump early and hang in the air, but he just couldn't. So he was jumping like 5 minutes before like the attack had even begun or the ball had come to him, and it was just frustrating. And it summed him up the other night, I think, for me. And I know he was unlucky with injuries and stuff, but injured players can still, put tap-ins in from 2 yards out. But it was his one-on-ones that really done my head in.
Yeah,
that one against Leeds away when we drew 2-2 was and also Villa, the one.
Villa.
I was about to say the Villa one is the worst because it's worse than Madar's, and even though Calvert-Lewin actually gets it on target, he can't. He hit the only place of the goal where the player was, and everything else was free. But I don't know. I was never a striker, and I never scored goals. I played, on the wing because I had pace, and people like booting Everton out. I mean, and they probably still do that now. And I don't.
Yeah, that's not what they've been doing.
But yeah, I'd say sadly Calvert-Lewin because there's so many players we've had who didn't have the support from. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want players to be vilified. I don't at all. There are a couple of players in the squad I don't like, but it's like it sort of was stopping us from going out and getting another player because if he's going to be fit, then he's going to be a world beater. But he really wasn't.
Yeah, and Leeds, after that Leeds game against Sheffield, he's probably had the worst debut since Glenn Keeley, I reckon. He hit the penalty. Remember the penalty against Brighton when they beat us 3-2?
Yeah.
He hit exactly the same penalty against Sheffield the other night. Dreadful. My one is Amadou Onana. I could not understand why so many people thought he was a great player and said it's an Onana monster class. He was shite. I'm not having him at all.
All he did was see the crowd up like that, didn't he?
I don't know where
for that.
And that penalty was the final straw for me.
I'm always suspicious of players who play to the crowd.
It's like mask things, can't it?
It's do your fucking job. Don't tell us what to do. I'm not sitting there, but I am actually telling you how to play. Just carry on, Amadou. You're all right, lads.
Right, we'll go underrated then. John?
Gary Naismith, all day, every day.
Yeah, good chance.
I know people hated him, but you look at how our fullback positions have been terrible since the 80s. We struggled, didn't we, with left backs after Van den Haar. We had Hinchcliffe, who, all right, he put a few good corners in for a couple of years, but if it wasn't for the corners that he threw in those games, would we really have noticed them?
No.
His delivery, he wasn't. He kind of gets that because of Duncan Ferguson and Rideout, but he wasn't really all that. But then we struggled then. Until Baines, we didn't have a left back. And Gary Naismith, I thought, there was another player who played on with injuries to his detriment. His ankles were done in because we also had Pistone, who famously received the heart, didn't he, for Christmas at Newcastle from Duncan Ferguson because he didn't have one. So, that's, and I just think Naismith is a player who we could look back at now and think, he wasn't as bad as we thought he was.
Yeah. Plus, he was also able to displace a centre-back at left-back under Walter Smith, which is no mean feat, really, is it?
No, Also, he looks about 73 now. Have you seen him?
Does he?
Yeah, did you not see him at the last game last season?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you probably thought he was Tony Kaye or something, but it was him.
Ian?
I've got two. Is that all right?
That's fine.
I've got Kevin Richardson.
Yes.
Because, yes, he was on the bench a lot for us during the successful times with Howard. but people don't realise what he went on to do. He won the league with Arsenal. He finished second in the first. Finished second.
Got an England cap as well.
Got an England took captain Villa when he won the League Cup as well. So when he left Everton, I think he's one of them players who just got better with age. I think.
Have you seen his interview after the '84 League Cup semi-final, the second leg?
Oh, when he's got his thing on without
when he's saying about the handball, and it's the second most blatant handball in the League Cup of 1984. And he's asking him, and he's going, "If you handball," he goes, "No, I didn't know." And it was quite clear he did.
Definitely. And the other one's Anders Limper.
Do you reckon he was underrated?
I don't think he got the credit that he was due.
Yeah. I don't know. I think fellas of a certain age like us four.
Probably like us, we'll give him the credit, but I mean, like outside the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was just that ex-Arsenal player who went.
He doesn't get mentioned, does he? Now, when people talk about some of our best wingers, he doesn't get mentioned. And
John, you mentioned was it the last podcast about the goal he scored at Leicester?
Yeah.
For about 25 yards, 30 yards.
Not fair. They're 35. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I still get enraged by that not making any of the.
I think.
And even Everton didn't. Everton done a YouTube video, the best goals in the 90s, and didn't put it in.
Mad.
He scored one on the opening day. I think we played Southampton, and he cut inside. Same sort of thing, top corner. Norwich in the cup when we beat them 5-0. So he scored some really good goals.
That was one against Southampton. Was the 1-2 with Rideout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Plays it in field. Rideout plays it back to one touch.
Didn't he put the cross in from Rideout's header at Chelsea as well?
Yeah.
Skinheads, John. The two skinheads.
Yeah. Best haircut ever.
Yeah. But for me, outside of us, Everton fans, for me, like I said, you're there before. He's just classes that signing he got from Arsenal, sort of thing, and But for me, great player, really good player, but doesn't get the recognition these days.
That's a shout. I get it now. Paul,
when Ian said he wanted two players, and his first one was Kev Richard, I thought, he's going to take the other one now, wasn't he? But and I know obviously Evertonians will, but it's Bertie Bassett, isn't it? Alan Harper, because he played in all sorts of positions, and I think that him and Richardson, and I know this is said all the time, but I think people need to now realise what we need in this, squad at the moment is utility players. And I'm not saying he's anywhere near it, and I know people don't like him, but I'm hoping that now he's finding his best position as well is James Garner, because playing in that number 4 role, I think that's going to be where he's best.
Oh, hold on. Number 4 is a centre back.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm with Les. 4's a centre back.
Centre back to me. 4 and 5 are centre back. Are you 5 and 6?
You're 5 and 6, yeah.
Oh, 4 and 5 for me.
I'm 4 and 5.
Defend centre half 4 and 5, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, they were with Ratcliffe and Degsy Mount, yeah. I agree.
But I can see number 4 as a midfielder as well.
But in this little quarterback role, but moving like to the inside right channel, I think that, and I thought he played really well against Brighton at left back, by the way, because he played right back there. But nobody would play all of these positions like Alan Harper did, and there's no way we would have won the league without players like Harper and Richardson. So I would have had both of them, and I know as Everton fans, and we're all pretty much of a similar age, and I think we know all this, don't we? But I think it's just nice to go back when you've got, and rightly so, players like Peter Reid, doing the Pepsi advert and stuff like this, and him coming on at 69 years of age against Roma legends, and but the unsung heroes, we need them now. And know that if we can get a utility player now who could play right back, defensive midfield, and that's one player to suit the two positions. If you can get someone else who can play left back, and Garner can do that hopefully now. So it's just because we're only 2 injuries away from a crisis again, aren't we?
Harper played every single position for the club, didn't he? Except in goal.
Yeah.
And also as well, do you remember him in the warm-up with Southall? He'd be doing the goalie. He'd be going in goal as well.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually used. He would have been used as the backup goalie when Southall got sent off against Chelsea in 84, I think. Was it 84 when he got sent off for swearing at the ref? Or 85 in the cup? If he'd have been playing Harper, he would have gone in goal. There was a game when Southall got sent. No, Ratcliffe got sent off. Yeah, but there was a game when Southall got sent off, didn't he? Or am I getting mixed up now with the 90s when we had?
No, you're right. You're right.
I think Ratcliffe did brought a goal that game. Yeah. I think Ratcliffe did.
He brought David Speedy down for the Prem, didn't he? And then he got
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Harper wasn't playing, was he?
That's it. Harper and Richardson were like victims of like having 12 players in the squad of a match day where they have one sub. You know that.
But you've got to think as well what Harper did. Big semi-final against Sheffield Wednesday. I think Trevor Stephen went off with a groin injury. Right, straight on. 2 minutes later, he just lobbed the goalkeeper to put us 1-0 up. So you think that's just class, and there's not enough of them today. Not enough of them today.
Yeah, we could deal with Richardson and Harper now. You could bring anyone, Dixie Dean, Rooney at 16 into this team, anyone from the 85, Bob Latchford, LeBone you mentioned before, Dave Ixon, blah, blah, blah. You could, but I would have Harper and Richardson now because that's exactly what we need. We need players in multiple positions,
But don't you think the fact that they're underrated is symptomatic of the 84, 85 team's dismissal?
Well, yeah.
It never gets. I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't want to say it publicly, and I certainly don't want to be saying it live so it can be recorded. But unfortunately, the greatest team I've ever seen was that Liverpool team of 87, 88. It hurts me to say it, but they were levels above anyone. But the closest team to them that I've seen were Everton in 84, 85. You give them modern day training and things like that. That Everton team was so perfectly balanced.
Young as well.
Yeah, they were young. Yeah. They knew exactly. They were drilled well. They worked well. They fought together as well. You couldn't bully them, but it never gets mentioned just how good that team was.
Yeah, very rarely.
Just imagine how good that team would be with sports science now and not having to before a game.
Yeah, we'd have won the treble. we'd have beat Man United in the cup final.
Yeah.
Oh, the week after, yeah.
If we'd have got that draw and played them the following Thursday.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah,
we did that. Them. Yeah, the Cup Winners' Cup hangover didn't help, did it?
No, that's it. But he changed
underrated for me. Leon Osman never understood the stick he got, to be honest.
Yeah, and
Jermaine Beckford as well. I was furious when we sold him because I thought, because we didn't have a striker for 2 years then, did we?
Yeah, that was a personality clash, wasn't it, with Moyes?
Probably. Yeah.
Did we get him for free and sell him for $1 million?
4 million we sold them for to Leicester, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like that, I know we made a profit on him.
Yeah, I always thought he was good.
I've never seen a bag of money wearing a football shirt on a pitch, though. That's the problem, isn't it? We didn't.
Exactly, I think with Beckford though, remember that game where he I think was it one of the night games? He turns up late. Remember, he missed. He said he blamed traffic, and I think from that point on, his card was marked with Moyes, wasn't it?
Moyes doesn't like tardiness at all, does he?
And do you know what? I'm with him on that.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's trying to get from Leeds to Goodison, wasn't he? And he got caught in that.
He's had since the last game to get to this game, so there's no excuse.
To be honest, though, if he had a problem there with Leeds and Everton in the directions, he should have asked Clifford Finch.
There you go. Yeah, no time.
But not Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
What's your question?
What's that?
It's your question. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. Other than you can't take Big Nev in this because it's obvious. But what is the best save you've seen made by an Everton goalkeeper at Goodison?
Right. Just before we go into it, Andy said Tim Howard v Southampton, which is the wrong answer, or Pickford v Chelsea, which is the right answer for me. Ian, go ahead.
I was going to say the Chelsea one, but I think I've said that before in the past. But for importance, it wasn't a fantastic class save. It was the one against Bournemouth in the last 5 minutes when I can't remember, it was a shot, edge of the box, and he's pushed it out. If that goes in, we're down.
Yeah. Lewis Cook. Was that Lewis Cook, wasn't it?
I think so. It looked like a straightforward save, but the way he's come on and caught it, like on the meat sort of thing, and he's had to get down and push it away, where some keepers might have gone through the hands or they'll push it into the net. But for me, importance, with us being 1-0 up, last 5 minutes, needing to stay up. And I think will Leicester still win at the time, or were they drawn? I'm not too sure, but for that one for me, definitely not for acrobatics or just for importance.
Lewis Cook, he was like of that sort of set of Bournemouth players where half the team sounded like estate agents or travel agents, wasn't it?
Paul? The absolutely ridiculously and often forgotten save that Pickford made when Trossard was offside at the Park End.
Oh,
And
God,
he
yeah.
absolutely smashed it towards the corner. And Pickford, I don't know how, dives full length, but manages to put it over the bar, not wide.
Yeah.
Pushes it up.
That wasn't flagged offside, was it?
No, yeah, it was, because he never got a corner. He didn't get a corner from it.
It was offside, definitely offside, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got a free kick.
Oh, right,
Because I just remember, wow, he doesn't even know that that's offside. But the Chelsea one as well.
Yeah.
And they also, like, he made an unbelievable save against United as well, a couple of years ago. I mean, he does all the time, to be fair. But that Arsenal one is ridiculous because of it's mostly forgotten because it was offside. I was thinking, it's ridiculous.
There's the triple save at Sheffield United as well.
Yeah.
Love that
That's right, yeah.
But he loses points for that one, though, because it was Ollie McBurney. You know.
There was one off Jordan Henderson as well. I think it was in the derby after he threw one in, obviously.
Oh, it was the COVID game, wasn't it? When he tipped around the post.
Yeah.
He tipped it around a post.
You've got Martin Tyler saying, "Oh, what a fantastic shot!" Then Carragher like, "Oh, what about the save?" And then when it shows you the replay from the side of the goal, world class save.
Amazing
Brilliant
save. John, what are yours?
I'm going left field, really. I mean, I've only ever seen it once on highlights, and it's like, for me, it's the holy grail of finding the highlights. It was Thomas Meyer in that 3-2 game against Bolton in December '97. I can't remember who. I think it was a header, and he was going one way, and he somehow managed to get around and tip it.
I need to see this.
Yeah. It's just one of those. I've only ever seen it once, and that was on Match of the Day that night. The highlights. I saw it in the game, and everyone was like everyone around me was like gobsmacked by it, but it's just never even got mentioned in like any reports or anything. And that was a game that, if you think about it, we won that 3-2 against Bolton. That would have been 2 points less, and we would have been relegated.
Any other result, and we're down. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Definitely. And I'm going to throw him as an underrated player until he lost his marbles.
Those contact lenses.
Yeah. I thought he was a decent keeper, and to coming off the Southall as well was no easy task, because it was all going to be horrible for anyone. But yeah,
I was at St James's Park when he saved Alan Shearer's penalty. We beat Newcastle 3-1.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
I got a ticket through friends, so I was in the Newcastle end, and we scored after 42 seconds. Kevin Campbell scored.
Yeah,
so I just had to sit there with my arms folded, and then he saved Shearer's penalty. And then Shearer scored another one. We beat them 3-1. Scott Gemmell outside the.
Oh, that was a great goal, that Gemmell.
Lovely goal, yeah.
He's another one we could have put in the underrated team because, I do feel guilty because I was drunk at a pre-season friendly in Tranmere, one when we played Ronnie Eklund.
Oh God, yeah.
And I just
trial players.
Yeah, he's one of the trial players.
Yeah. Carl Kendall's trial players. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was Walter Smith.
Oh, was it Walter Smith that?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Miklos Molnar.
Miklos Molnar.
Oh my God, yeah.
We actually agreed a deal to sign, didn't we, as well? And what was the Jack de Gea, the Dutch fella from...
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. there's a book there, Everton's trialist.
Like there is. Imagine Jack de Gea at Everton. Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, I spent like 90 minutes shouting to him that you're not as good as your dad, because I was rotten.
John, that Thomas Meyer save was from Nathan Blake, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, Nathan Blake. I thought so. Yeah. Just one of those that, and I'm not every save that we've mentioned here. I'm not putting them down in any way, but it belonged with them.
Yeah. Those definitely.
Whereas,
like Ian said, in terms of importance of that one against Bournemouth as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Toffee Nose, Tangled Up in Blues. Have you ever moved to a better house but still miss your previous neighbours? I'm going to say no. Although, yeah, this one. Although everyone around us is sound, everyone seems dead good. But yeah, I do miss the old fellas from the Park End. Paul?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's now that I only sit a few rows behind you and Dave, and I'm gonna try and get. Oh no, I can't say this, can I? Because he'll probably watch this episode, so I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you in private after this. No, because I will do Dave's editing. That's what I mean. But now he probably won't even watch it. But yeah, it's sad because like we had loads of good lads around us, and then obviously moved to different parts of the ground and that. So, but speaking to so there's so Tom sits to the left of me, and then there's like a dad, say dad and lad, but the dad, his name's Fred. He was born in 1953. He was saying to me the other day. So he said, the 3 years that we done in the second division, he said my dad said it was the worst time ever, as being an Evertonian. And then his son, which was quite funny. So he's about our age, and so they were singing, the end bit of, shall we just say the Baby Copites song? I'm not going to say any more than that. And he was going, I can't sing that. I'm a secondary school teacher. So I think this is going to be quite funny because he was going, you don't really know who you're going to get, do you? When you move to a new part of the ground, you could be sat by a load of knobheads, and he said we'll probably be the knobheads like him. He was saying, I was going, no, it'll be me definitely.
I have to admit, I was outside the pub by ours not so long ago, and a couple walked out with a baby and had a little Liverpool kit on, and immediately that sprung to mind. But I felt quite bad, but no, not really.
No,
John?
you didn't. Yeah, most of the people we sat with, we're gonna miss. They were really good people, but there was one lad behind us. Don't know his name. Don't know if he watches this, so I don't. But we used to call him Barkley Blade because he just hated Ross Barkley. But afterwards we got rid of that name for him, and we just called him the. He was right, So
the Oracle.
The Oracle, yeah. Because I was actually thinking of that word there and couldn't get it out of my head. Give me
Paul the Octopus.
Paul Octopus, yeah. No, he was. But even after that, he was still a bit constantly like you see behind him. I don't mind a little bit of industrial language, but when it's done at like 126 decibels down your left ear, it does grate a little bit. Especially when it's always covered by a bit of smoker's spit in your ear. Do you know
that? Yeah, no, because you won't miss him then, no.
No, but the rest of them miss them. And we've got, I use the word character sitting in front of us at the moment. So the jury's out on him at the moment. So
stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned for further updates, yeah.
You don't sit behind me, do you, John?
Well, no. I'm in the air. I don't know what section I'm in. What would be analogous to the old grounds? I'm in the west stand, but right next to the south west corner of the south stand.
That's where me and Les and Dave are.
Are you by Liam?
You're lower, aren't you, though?
Yeah, we're lower, yeah.
We're
we've got my 83-year-old father-in-law.
Yeah.
Who actually probably will be watching this at some point. So, hi, Fred.
Ian, what are you names like? Sound, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely belted. One of them was going to buy us a pint, and I turned it down the other day, didn't I?
Who was that?
Les was going to buy us a beer, and I didn't go down till Les went a couple of minutes earlier than me. But
Les was made up.
Saved £6.95. But no, in my old seat in the top balcony, so I sat there. I've had my season ticket now, I think about 10 years, things like that. So my season ticket was through our chairman of the club, John. So I took his ticket when he obviously got family things going on, he's a runner as well, so like grandkids and things like that. So I took his ticket. So the guy who sat next to me, Tony, he'd been going for years and years. He goes every game, home and away, goes to America, right? He went to Krasnodar and stuff like that. So Cockney bloke, lovely, absolutely salty earth. And if anything went wrong, I'll go, fucking hell, Banksy. if we missed a chance or something like that, but
I thought you said he was a Cockney. I only met him
from South Africa. I just got randomly talking to Les on Instagram the other day. Was it Instagram or something? And I told him where I was sitting. He says, "Oh, you're only a couple of seats." So I showed him my ticket. He says, "Oh, It's like 4 rows. So I'm on the end, seat 57. You've got the steps going down. There's another guy, then Les's dad, then Les, then Dave. So
Oh, so I'm only 6. Is it 6 rows behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Not too far.
I'll see you the villa then, Ian.
Yeah.
I feel left out now.
Are you going
to get away?
I was going to say, John, don't be.
No.
Just need a one-word answer to this one, really. Liam from the Good Times Pod, Red Hot Soccer Chat. Who's worse, Andre Onana or Paul Gerrard?
Onana,
John?
definitely.
Paul Gerrard.
Yeah. Onana
to Paul. Yeah.
I'm going to say Gerrard because Onana didn't play for us and I don't really give a shit about United, whereas Gerrard actually impacted my life, the gobshite. So
fair enough.
Sorry, the good-looking gobshite.
I'll go with that. Paul?
Well, yeah, Onana because I can't have any Everton player being worse than a Man United player, regardless of who they are. I don't care who it is. The only one who I prefer is Dennis Law because he sent them down playing for Man City. So I'm quite happy with that. If you were going to say, why? I don't know why you said Paul Gerrard. What about Richard Wrong?
Gerrard was worse than right. Oh, no.
No, he was. I know, but
no.
Gerrard didn't break his ankle stepping on a keep off the ground.
No, but Gerrard knocked him and Abel Xavier out so that Newcastle could score.
I think a bit of context for Liam as well is Gerrard was in goal for that McAllister.
Yeah. The Di Canio thing when he injures his own knee doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, Onana is a clown of the highest degree, but Paul Gerrard's not. He's the Charlie Caroli of the clowns. He is the first. He's clown prime. I'm sorry.
We'll move on. We'll finish on. We've got a bit of a music round to finish. So, Steph Sheen said 6-year-old has discovered Gangnam Style. So that's occasionally on repeat in his house. What's your best favourite one-hit wonder, Paul?
Oh, come to me last, please.
Ian?
Yeah, I'm thinking as well. You've got me thinking this.
John?
Len, Steal My Sunshine from 2000.
Oh, what a shout.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Mine's New Radicals. Get what you give.
Yeah.
But I Love You Smile. That's also about it.
But
Carnation by Liam Gallagher and Steve Craddock.
I haven't heard that.
Never heard it. They did it for an album dedicated to Paul Weller. So they did it covered Weller songs.
All right. I'll have to hear that.
Carnation.
Great record. John, what were you saying? Sorry about Len.
About Len, Steal My Sunshine. Do you remember the video where they're all on like the scooters together? And I remember thinking, oh, they're a bit close. And then I thought, well, maybe they're a couple. Found out the brother and sister.
Okay.
Freaked me out a little bit. Yeah. We're getting a little bit Somerset there, weren't they?
It's a tight-knit community, that's all it is. Paul?
What about Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot? I do like that.
You cannot lie.
No, absolutely cannot lie. But that was quite a bit. What about? I don't know. I can't really have Tainted Love, can I? Because Soft Cell, that wasn't a one-hit wonder, really, was it? But
no, I don't think so.
The original was.
Well, I'll have that then.
Which is also about it. Is that one of those where the cover's better than the original?
No, I prefer the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not to say anything bad about the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the original's brilliant.
Oh, what about
the Chicken Song by Spitting Image?
we all know the words to that still, yeah. From
My name is Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and I can say it because I do like this song, and I'm not gonna mention the colour that we don't want on here. So I'm gonna say 99 Luftballons.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is that a one-hit wonder if she's done two versions of it, the English and the German?
That's a two-hit wonder then, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the same song though, isn't it?
Yeah. I only found out the other year what that was about. I thought it was about, like, I don't know.
No, it's got a dark meaning. What is it?
Yeah, it's
war, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Cold War. The 99 Red Blues, and the Russians thought it was a swarm of something coming towards them and put themselves on red alert. So it's about actually getting close to nuclear, holocaust. So
and sung in such an upbeat way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, though, Spandau Ballet's name is not really positive, is it?
No, it's not.
Romantics.
Yeah. Or
Kasabian as well.
Or Joy Division.
Yeah, Kasabian.
Exactly.
Both bit iffy there, aren't they?
Joy Division as well. So
yeah, Kasabian, Ian,
yeah.
The Manson family.
Yeah.
Ian, it's your question.
Hi guys, hope you're all well.
We're all good, lads.
Hi Ian.
Hi mate, nice to see you. Who is in your super group? Singer, guitarist, bass player, and drummer, or you can have a lead guitarist if you want as well.
Go ahead then, Paul. Go
ahead. John Bonham on drums, Hendrix guitar, at lead, obviously. This would be insane, but George Clinton on bass. I don't know without singing. Probably Marvin Gaye. And then that's it, really, because I don't need a rhythm guitarist. I'll probably just have those four. And they probably would never... That'd be interesting to see what they come out with. And it'd have to be before Marvin Gaye was shot by his dad, obviously.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all dead, aren't they?
Not to me, they're not.
I am
legends never die.
Exactly.
Drummer, Moon.
Nice.
Bass player, again, I'll probably go with McCartney because I do like McCartney's style. Guitarist, Hendrix, and lead singer, I'll go with Tom York. I just think his voice is just, it's an instrument on its own. Sorry, my dog's just come in. He's just interrupted us.
It's not Seamus, is it, from Metal, Pink Floyd album?
No, unfortunately, it's my dog who's a bit of an idiot, aren't you, mate?
Oh,
get him on if you want.
Yeah.
Dog of War.
Oh yes.
Get in.
Oh, mate.
Who's that?
Yeah, you love Mailbag Cat.
His name's Trigger.
Trigger.
Yeah.
What is he had? Is he had a yard brush with 12 different handles and 14 different heads?
No, that's his crate.
Yeah.
I'm going to show that I don't listen to anything outside of the 80s or 90s, really. So singer, I'm going Terry Hall, bass Mark King, drummer Rennie, and guitar Noel Gallagher. I don't care what anyone says. He's great. Ian?
I'm going for singer Steve Marriott, guitarist Gem Archer, bass player John Entwistle, and drummer I would probably go Alan White. Steve White. I'll go Steve White.
Yeah, so Alan White was in Oasis, wasn't he? But,
yeah. Steve was in the Style Council and
yes,
well as drummer. So yeah.
Delta.
I thought you were going to say Jimmy White.
We'll finish on this one from Rob. Dunfermline's new third kit is based on the Skids album cover. City had a definitely maybe third kit, and Coventry had one based on the Specials. What band or album should the third kit be based on? Have you seen the Dunfermline one?
No.
Yeah,
it's done really well. They've done a really good job with it. Sound, and it's a great album as well. Ian.
Well, with whatever's happened over the years with the club, how bad we've been and how bad we've been run, anything by madness. Just anything madness. Yeah.
Just
the way it's been run.
Yeah, the Machete years were one step beyond, weren't they?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Paul.
I I had like an arty one, but then just going with what Ian's saying, I'm going with this. I reckon it should be the Rage Against the Machine one with was he a Buddhist who was setting himself on fire?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I think that sums up Everton's history.
Yeah. Well, no, if it'd been Everton's history, he wouldn't have set himself on fire. He'd have missed.
Yeah.
He'd have set someone else on fire.
Yeah. Also put Thingy Bobby Baxendale getting a headlock on the front cover as well.
My other one would have been Nico in the Velvet Underground, just with Andy Warhols with the banana on the front. That would be an unbelievable kit, that, because it'd be classy, but just with a banana on.
Yeah.
Have you seen that German one with the Simpsons hedge thing on it? Weird. I think it's a goalie kit. So it's a green kit and it's got Homer going through the hedge at the bottom of it.
I've seen that. Yeah.
The Terminator scene, the joke.
Yeah.
Terminator, yeah.
Where he just disappeared in the background. Yeah. John, what's yours?
It's not an album, but really with the way Everton, I'm going to go with the Reynolds Girls.
Father Jack.
I'd rather Jack, but that was about not looking back and looking forward, and this is what we should be doing.
I like it. We'll finish on that, I think. Definitely.
Oof. Hang on. I've just found one that we need dead quick. Sorry. Oh, my God. I need to take a picture of it and see if you can see it. This would be, obviously, if I had a football team, this would be, hang on a second, very quickly. Come on, he says. Hurry up. Oh, where is it? There we go. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's good for the Patreon then. They'll be made up with this.
No, you need to do the Vision On music.
We're in December.
That's actually a good representation, isn't that?
Better be good, this, Paul.
Can you see that?
No.
That's Blur.
You got your screen.
Very good. Oh, for God's
You'll have to
sake.
take your screen off, Blair, to see it.
Oh, God. I'm sorry about this. It should be well
10 out
better.
of 10 podcasting. We just finished on a nice poignant note from John.
And I've completely ruined it. I know I do apologise. But it is worth it, honestly.
And your Blair background. Taking pictures of yourself again.
I'm not taking a picture of myself.
When you say that, when I watch this, like when I'm doing this, I'm always reminded of that Leslie Grantham photo.
Yeah. That when you suck his finger.
Yeah, I know that. It's still Blair, but it's Deportivo Wanker, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their 1995 kit, I think.
The difficult second kit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we waited for that Blair picture anyway, Paul. Nice one.
It's because it's like, you know, Japanese porn sites where everything's like sort of blurred out. That's what it is.
Amazing.
I'll have to take your word for it, Paul.
How'd you do your age verification thing, by the way?
I use a VPN. I'm on that bombshell.
You've not got a Goon card then, no?
A what?
A Goon card?
What on earth is that?
Card so you can Goon?
I have no idea what this is.
It's all right. We'll leave it there. Then. I haven't got one either, by the way.
I like the story.
all sort of sex website chat is to be sent to Dave Darney, I think.
So does this talk have to be age verified now?
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Do you need one of these cards to get on the 14A bus?
Over this now, isn't it?
On the 14A, yeah. Oh.
14A
bus. Right, lads, we will leave it there. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, John. Thanks, Paul. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in as usual. That's been it for Mailbag. We will catch you next time.